In life, one has to take care when people get too close to them and when people end up telling them that they love them, right? When people come to you and tell you, I love you, well, I love you may be a very cutesy quote, but in a world of ignorance, do they really mean that? Well, it's a long topic to discuss, and well, it takes a long time to realize, especially if you're not capable of understanding certain things within you. It's gonna be hard to understand whether some people mean things or not. See, the easiest and kind of the only way you should, or let's say, the only thing you should take into account when people tell you that they love you, they so called love you, well, ask yourself one thing: do they feel lovable in the end? Not lovable in the sense that you should also return them the reply, I love you, or I love you too, or things like that. Are they a genuine person, or in the easiest way to perceive, are they pleasant to be around? Is it a pleasure to be around them? Not because they make you laugh necessarily, but because they have a certain aura, they have a certain pleasantness about them, a certain kindness of the voice. Like everything within them is, in a way, love. Because when someone says, I love you in an ignorant way, typically, I love you is kind of a, personal business, right? When people live in ignorance and when people live in these levels of misery, all they seek is whatever they can get from others. So I love you is most likely going to be used as a means to lower someone else's guard down and to, well, try to get from them whatever one can. When someone tells you that they love you, just take into account their behavior, especially if you know them for a long time. Do they take care somewhat of themselves? Do they take care of their health? Do they take care of their body? How do they treat things around? Do they have times when they think about their own ideas? Do they seem like the kind of people who would have patience? Because whoever has patience is on the good path towards love. People without patience, they're not going to be loving people because impulsive people always want things immediately, as soon as possible. And they typically end up being also aggressive. Aggression and love, they don't stand together. When it comes to people telling you that they love you, well, in many cases it may be some kind of chemical override. People's hormones may simply, you know, overrun them. People's abandonment issues can overrun them. And when you have, or especially when you know you have a pleasant aura, patience, and all sorts of other typical ideas that people may seek, depending on culture, depending on whatever other parameters, well, you're gonna be a target, more or less. People will most likely not love you necessarily, they'll probably love your aura. But beware, because when there are a lot of ignorant people, they don't care how much they get hurt, because that's basically what ignorance is. And if they don't care how much they get hurt, they won't care how much you get hurt. So take these things into account because people who can't care much about themselves, they're most likely not going to care about you either. So this being said, hopefully this video raised a bit of awareness. You're appreciated, take care, and well, this being said, Ferenc Board signing out.